Yo people, you're watching Laketoria Nights, a show where we talk about movies, TV shows, video games, and everything in between. I'm Kevin.
That Batman guy is wiggity wiggity whack.
I'm Kevin, the man with the black belt in video games, first degree, joined by CJ, the Tom Brady of video games, and Andy, the Grizzly Adam of video games.
I feel like you should give me another name, because I feel like people will think I'm a cheater.
That's all it is. Nope.
Yeah, I think that CJ just puts cheat engine on every game he plays. Did you know that when you're considered the Tom Brady of video games, when you play Madden, you have the option to deflate the football before you throw it?
Is that true? No. Today we're going to be talking, today we're super excited about the super ultra, E3 thing that's going on just around the corner, but by the time this is posted,
thing that's really, going on.
You really,
way to sell it, Kevin. Way to sell it.
It's just an E3 thing, you know. It's not a big deal, you know. I heard they play video games and a whole bunch of things.
You can't open it up and call it like a super awesome, and then 5 seconds later be like, it's just an E3 thing.
It is an E3 thing. Oh, yeah. But E3 will be happening by the time this thing's posted. And for today's show, we are going to talk about, I guess, how excited we are at rumored games and games we're anticipated for. I guess I'm just going to pass it on to CJ first, and then we can move to Andy, we'll move to me, and hopefully we won't go over the time. You're probably right. So then, CJ, we'll start with you first. Pick one game. We'll each do one game, and we'll go around in the circle. How about that? Does that sound cool? Does that work?
Okay.
All right, cool. All right, at least we'll each have something to say. CJ, what game are you most excited to hear about or hope that shows up at E3?
The game I'm most excited to hear about is probably The Division 2.
Okay.
I really love The Division 1. Ubisoft has a way of expanding the life of their video games with giving you so much content to play with that I'm just really excited to go back into that world of The Division with a great PvP environment and the multiplayer experience that it brings all together.
Okay, so I know when Division first came out, it didn't have quite the rep that it does now since everything's been fixed. You could almost
call it modern Destiny, if you will.
That's actually fair.
Both games actually suffered from a lot of the same problems.
So are there any changes in the have there been any type of mention of the second Destiny, or excuse me, I call it Destiny. Of the second
Destiny Vision 2.
Division of the second Division. Is there any real updates or anything that they've done different, or is it just you're excited about the...
I'm just excited for it. They've been keeping everything pretty close to the vest about the game. I expect to hear about the game more likely during the Microsoft press conference rather than Ubisoft's own conference. And they'll probably expand upon it in their own conference. Just like when the Division 1 came out, it debuted on Xbox's press conference. And I don't see Xbox having a lot of games coming out this year that they're going to debut at E3, so I think it might get thrown along there.
Hey guys, we need something to talk about. Let's steal this from Ubisoft real quick.
Pretty much.
Okay, all right. Well, how about you, Andy? What are you excited for or hope that shows up at E3?
So, I'm really excited about this game, and I think it's funny because I'm excited about a game that's coming out on a console that I don't own. But the game I'm really looking forward to information on is Octopath Traveler.
Okay, so what's all that about?
So it's coming out on the Switch, which is a system I don't own. I do really want to get one.
Someone's buying a Switch.
But it's just more... This game is potentially more ammo in Nintendo's belt to fire at me to make me buy this console. So anyways, it's a Square Enix game. It's in that 2.5D that was really popular in the tactics style games, Bravely Default, Bravely Second. Coincidentally, the game is actually being led by the team that did the Bravely series, Bravely Default, Bravely Second. So I'm really looking forward to it because they wrote excellent games the first time I played them. What's really cool about this game is that the reason it's called Octopath Traveler is that the story actually follows the action of 8 different characters. They each begin their journeys in different ways and in different locations in this world. Apparently they're all supposed to converge at some point, presumably before like the final boss of the game or something like that. But I think it's going to be interesting to see how each of those characters impacts the narrative from their perspective. One of the things that I'm really looking forward to about it is that each of the characters apparently has a different way to interact with the story. Like one of the guys, he can challenge people to combat. There's a female character that can charm people into joining her side, stuff like that. So I think it's going to be kind of a neat mix of different characters with different play styles, all reaching more or less the same conclusion in the story. And I just want to see where it goes.
Okay, because it kind of sounds like there's a lot of replay value.
Yeah, and that's the other thing is like if it's a game where you're potentially playing it 8 times to get the full story, I'm so in on that because I love replayability in a video game.
Glad I have a Switch.
now I need to buy a Switch. Damn it. Okay.
That one's supposed to come out by the time this gets released. It'll probably be coming out a month from then. It's due out July 13th, 2018. That's coming out like next month. Yeah, it's gonna be out in a month, roughly a month after we release this episode.
Oh, okay. Well. Right. See, now I want to play that game now. Now you got me excited about that game. That does. Well,
you have 30 days to buy yourself a Switch.
It's not like the game is only on sale July 13th. Like
you don't know that. All right, so
not some magical Hogwarts game where you have to enter an EB Games from the 3rd and a quarter pillar, and that's the only way you can get Octopath Traveler.
Well, okay, so the game that I was most looking forward to was the new Pokemon game. They did, I think it was last week, they dropped a trailer for Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. And I was pretty excited watching the trailer because it feels like it's a reboot. And you start off in Pallet Town, you get to meet Professor Oak. And when going, and it looks like it's going through all the events of Red and Blue. It looks like there's been some pretty cool changes, which I'm kind of cool with. There's no longer, I guess the way they do the random battles, you now go up to the Pokemon instead of them just coming up and get you in the wild grass.
Oh, that's
and it was pretty awesome looking at that. And it looks like there's no more battling wild Pokemon. It feels like it's set up like Pokemon Go. And I'm not,
hence the name Let's Go.
Yeah, so I'm like, all right, well, I guess that's cool. I'm not sure how I feel about that though, because it kind of feels like you can no longer grind and pump up your Pokemon, and I'm not a big fan of grinding.
Sure, you can still grind,
but
you have to find more wild Pokemons to slaughter.
Right, but the thing that I'm most excited about is the co-op mode and how you both can help catch Pokemon. And the only real battling you're doing is gym battling. And so I was hoping I could get more information from Nintendo. I'm hoping they just go, well, here's what we have planned. Just yesterday, I just found out that this game seems like it's like an add-on for people who like Pokemon Go. This isn't like the next generation Pokemon game. They made an announcement about the next generation Pokemon game. It's coming out at the end of 2019.
Oh, wow.
So this game here is just, look how pretty this is. And I feel like it's trying to get those people who play Pokemon Go to buy a Switch and to play the game. So they'd be like, oh, I like Pokemon.
I mean, you are able to transfer your Pokemon from Pokemon Go to this game.
Yeah, but I guess I'm not. Yeah, you are. You can actually transfer back and forth. But I'm not sure what. I don't know. I guess I'm not sure what the main point of the game is. If it's just like a Pokemon Go, but you get to walk around all over Kanto.
Kevin? Don't you want to catch a Pikachu while you're on the toilet?
You get a Pikachu at the beginning of the game, so why would I want to catch one on the toilet?
So you can have 2 Pikachus?
No, I don't want 2
Pikachus. You don't want a toilet Pikachu?
No, I don't want.
What about a muck in the toilet?
All right, moving on. CJ, your turn. What's the other game that you wanted to that you're looking forward to?
I know there's a 1 in 1,000 chance that I'm going to get this, and I pray for it every year since 2011, Elder Scrolls 6.
You're hoping this just comes out of nowhere and they just go, bam, we're
just
doing
blindside everybody.
I just want them. They don't even have to give me a release date. They can definitely Kingdom Hearts me on it.
Ouch. Shots fired.
I just want them to just have some graphic up of Kingdom Hearts 6. Not Kingdom Hearts 6, Elder Scrolls 6.
Dude, they haven't gotten to Kingdom Hearts 3 yet. You got it still.
I just want some kind of graphic of Elder Scrolls 6 just to show that they are indeed actually working on it right now. Because
you know what I wait for, CJ?
Hmm.
I wait for some Elder Scrolls graphic to come up, and you're gonna get all excited, and then they're gonna talk about the new ESO expansion.
Speaking of that expansion, it's actually pretty good. I've been playing it the past couple of days, but I want to hear about ESO 6. I think I'm just like, it's like this pattern where you get the Fallout game, and then you get the Elder Scrolls game, and then you wait a few years, and then you get the Fallout game, and then you get the Elder Scrolls game. And with Fallout 76 already being announced, now I just want my Elder Scrolls game.
You need my Fallout 76, man.
I need to know exactly what it is.
See, it kind of sounds like to me that's a prayer. You're kind of praying that they just go, by the way, here's a new Elder Scrolls scroll.
Listen,
or here's Elder Scrolls game.
In the perfect world, Todd Howard will do his whole Bethesda spiel and everything, and at the end, when you think it's all on, he's like, oh, by the way, and then the lights dim, and then you just see like the number 6, and then fading in just the Elder Scrolls title, and then the music, and then just like, yeah, I'll be so happy.
And then the Kingdom Hearts logo drops down and pushes the Elder Scroll logo out of the way. And it's Kingdom Hearts 6.
This isn't even the same company or the.
All I know is if I get an Elder Scrolls 6 announcement, I literally would not give a shit about anything else that happened at E3.
Well, then, for the sake of this channel, I really hope we don't get an Elder Scrolls 6 announcement.
I literally would be at GameStop the next morning pre-ordering Elder Scrolls 6.
Yo, you had CJ outside in a tent waiting for a year.
If they don't have a SKU for it yet, I say, here, put $150 on whatever, because I want the whole shit show copy, like with all the DLC and everything.
Jesus, okay. All right. Well, moving on, Andy, what game are you excited for? Or the number 2 on your list, I guess.
I don't know. I guess this one's going to be kind of controversial because it's technically a game that's already out. There was a leak of what Capcom's press conference is going to be, at least partially.
Okay.
And part of that is going to be them talking about new updates for Monster Hunter World. It's a game that's already out, so I guess I can't really be like E3 excited for it.
Well, it's DLC. It's DLC content that's coming out, right?
Yeah, it's going to be a huge patch from the sounds of it. They're going to be adding a new map. The one that's missing from the game right now is a tundra map, and that's what is rumored to be coming out. Really excited about that because those were always my favorite maps in previous installments of Monster Hunter.
Okay.
And the patch is also going to contain, right now, 5 new monsters, is what the rumor is. A few of them are going to be monsters from previous iterations in the Monster Hunter series, but there's also going to be like 2 or 3 new ones. And that is apparently going to be dropping in August or September, so...
Isn't Capcom also supposed to be announcing Devil May Cry 5?
Monster Hunter World, baby!
I think they're supposed to. I don't know if that's a rumor or not, but they did talk about it, but I don't know if that's actually going to happen.
They very well may be, because they did the Monster Hunter collaboration earlier on, like a month ago. So they might have been like trying to like pep up some Devil May Cry fans again or something. I don't know.
That brings up a nice little thing that I had for you guys.
What's that?
Some investigating I did. For EA, there is rumors of an untitled EA Sports game coming out. Now, if there was going to be any type of like college football or basketball, you would have heard news from NCAA with their, clearance for using likenesses again and stuff like that. That would have been a whole separate story. But I noticed something. An untitled EA Sports game being scheduled to be announced. Plus, if you go into the backwards compatibility store on Xbox, EA Fight Night Champions is now available as of last week. So what I'm thinking is EA might be coming out with a boxing game for the first time in many years. I don't have the exact number, but I think EA's coming out with a boxing game this year. I think that's going to be their surprise announcement.
Wait, so are you gonna grab that as soon as it comes out?
I'm
Yes.
so into boxing games.
What better way to settle disputes with your friends when you don't want to beat them up than to put them in a boxing game? Yo, I would knock out.
Can you imagine how good of a workout game that would be?
Mm-hmm.
If it was VR enabled and you actually had to throw the fucking punches.
I feel like boxing video games has always been one of those games where whenever everyone feels like they can win and everyone talks the most shit in boxing games.
Absolutely. It's a fighting game, Kevin. Think about how much shit gets thrown around.
And
in
it's-
fighting
I
games.
have a story about fighting games.
And it's not going to be as
Kevin,
complicated
hear me out, though.
as UFC.
Yeah. But hear me out, though. All I'm saying there, Kevin, is think about how much shade gets thrown around during two people playing fighting games. Okay?
I get it.
That's basically
I
what
get
boxing is.
I get it. Yeah. It's not as flashy, and I guess
No,
that's why.
I get that.
Meh.
Well, it can't be. I'm sorry, but when's the last
I
time you
understand
shot a
that. I
fireball
understand
in
that.
your hand?
I would if I saw a Balrog just kind of go into the ring, and I'm just like, all right, you have my attention. I want to see how this ends out. I would take a look at that.
I think a lot of people have been waiting for a good boxing game to come out, and you haven't gotten one since Fight Night Champions.
Well, we're ending it here. That's all we have for.
Have a game, Kevin?
I do have one more game, but we're pushing on time, so
Throw it out. Throw it out.
Wait.
Come on.
okay, fine. My game, I'm gonna jump in your wagon here because the game's already out, but it was Street Fighter V because I've been seeing the season 3 pass with Cody, and he's like now the mayor, and now I'm like, I gotta find out what's going on here because last time you saw him, he's like in a prisoner outfit, but now he's like the mayor, and I'm like, what happened to Hagar? Wasn't he the mayor of whatever city he was part of?
Man,
So
I'm
now,
sorry.
yeah, and now. Yeah, but now I'm just kind of like, all right, well, now I want to see if they release more characters from the season 3 pass. So yeah, I'm kind of excited about that. Since I do claim to be the black belt in video games, I should at least, mention a fighting game.
Since you're supposed
somewhere.
to be our fighting game specialist.
Yes, that's supposed to be my thing. Yeah.
So Fight Night comes out, and then Kevin can catch these hands.
So yeah, it feels like a challenge. That feels like a
I'm
challenge.
glad it
Kevin,
feels that way
if
because
this
that's
game-
exactly how I meant it.
If this game is
They
VR
better
enabled,
announce it. If they
Yeah.
announce it, I'm ready for you.
Kevin, if this game is VR enabled, we are all gonna have a fucking Laketoria Championship throwdown to see who the king of the ring is.
Jesus Christ. Okay, alright. Well, now I'm ending the episode right here. CJ, Andy, any final thoughts about your excitement for E3? Any predictions?
Don't be surprised if PlayStation goes the route of Nintendo and releases like a PS1 classic.
I mean,
Okay.
I would buy that. That's my sign off, by the way. I'd
You
buy
would buy
that for $1.
Okay. Well then,
You can even throw the clip in there.
Also, before we go, our lovely listeners to check us out during the E3 press conferences, and well, not during, but hear our reactions to the press conferences. Go to laketoria.com. We'll be posting shortly after, and yeah.
all right. Well then, like I said, we're signing off now. So, I told you once, I told you twice, and now I'm telling you all with chicken soup with rice. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.
Came off really, really aggressive, Evan.
Is it your snowman's anniversary?
No, that
Yes.
came off as so aggressive.